We had so many of those things. I didn't know my name. I was talking Russian, and I shit myself. I peed my bed, and it wasn't pretty.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of The Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll Matty Goldberg. What up, dudes?
Yeah,
what
it's
up,
funny
boy?
I said with the Renegade episode, we'll get to it later, but I said that there will be a clip that you will cut for the beginning. There was another one that you might cut. But I knew
I
this,
have like 5 total from this. I haven't had this much clipped in a long time.
but I
It was a super clippable episode.
I predicted this would be where you would clip. So like I was inside your brain.
You know me, man.
I was inside your brain. I knew that line. When I heard it, I'm like, yeah, that's the beginning of the show.
It was kind of tough. There were some great clips. I mean,
there was one where the woman said something as she saw a letter, like your dong or something.
I didn't do the woman. That guy, his like stripping pimp, provided so many sound bites. And then Arn Anderson came through with a good one too. We'll get to all those. So yeah, coming up later in the show, we're gonna review the Darkside of the Ring, the Renegade, the kind of Ultimate Warrior knockoff. So, of course, a nice, fun and tragic story, as always. What's going on with you guys? Fill me in.
Not much. It's just been hot, so my sister's let me stay at her house for a couple of days on a little staycation.
Is she there, or what's she doing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She just helped me make some cards. So I'm gonna put the dish away and then do the wonderful podcast and then take a nice swim and then play poker all night like a bum.
I drained my pool on Sunday. It felt so bad.
Oh, you just kissed summer goodbye?
Swim. Yeah. Now it's going to be – because it's starting obviously it's still hot here too, but sometimes every once in a while in the evenings it gets nice and cools down a little bit so I can start sneaking over to my parents and hit the hot tub.
Oh.
Hot tubs are the way to go, bro.
That's your next purchase, man. You got to get that hot tub.
Live in that hot tub.
I am not purchasing a hot tub.
You don't own yet, do you? You gotta buy. It's time to buy, Jim. That's the next step.
No, dude. It's $700 a month just to rent.
Well, what is it to buy there? It can't be much more.
I mean, in the town that I live in, I think most of the home prices start at $130, $150.
Yeah, no, you can get that. Your rent would be, or your mortgage would be like $700 or something like that. It wouldn't be much.
You got to pay for all the other bullshit too.
Jim, step up, become a man, finally.
No, I like renting.
Jim,
I like
XFL renter Jim.
Dude, I've been gearing up for college football. I've been getting ready for the college football season.
What's going on with college football?
It starts this week.
We got week 0 coming up.
Week 0 starts Saturday.
Literally tomorrow if you want to watch some FCS.
Yeah, I heard Division 2 is tomorrow.
Who's playing tomorrow?
Maddie, do you call FCS Division 2?
That's what somebody told me today, so I'm just going to buy it.
I think D2 and D3 also start tomorrow. But
I mean, it's crazy that they're like, let's get ahead of it. It's smart.
FCS starts tomorrow. They play Thursday, Friday, and then FBS Saturday, big Saturday slate.
Yeah, so TCU, North Carolina, high noon in Ireland, a rematch from last year's debacle.
How are we feeling about Belichick in North Carolina year 2?
I think they make a bowl.
Okay.
That's my hot take. I think they make a bowl.
Do we feel like Belichick's just if he's going to do anything more, it's just coaching this team? Could you ever see him hopping to another team at this point?
No, I think this is it. I think he's got to be done after this, right?
I could see him coaching more seasons. I just couldn't see him going to another team.
If this week 1 goes bad, like, well, one he's lucky because it's in Ireland, so he doesn't have to deal with. He can at least wait 24 hours before he deals with the people in North Carolina, but it's going to be a pile on like you've never seen before, and people are.
What's the spread?
I think TCU by like 7.5 was the last time I saw.
Sounds about
So it's
right.
like you're not even as like you can't even beat TCU, who's on a rebuild. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, if they can't beat TCU, that's one thing. It's if they get dominated again that it really works. Like TCU is a decent team.
Sure, no, and they have a lot of money behind them, like a fuck ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more excited. I think that's a fun matchup. I think NC State Virginia could be a fun one for an ACC race for a Virginia team that some people are super high on.
Okay.
I got Hawaii being favored.
Virginia almost, they lost the last game of the season. I think they would have won the ACC if they. So they're a good team. I don't know who they're returning, but
Matty, they played in the ACC championship.
Oh yeah, okay. So they lost to
they lost
Duke,
to Duke.
right?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
They had a good season last year, and they should be still pretty good this year. The ACC, like past Miami, is kind of wide open. So
And then
I'm excited.
Plays the cupcake. I think USC is like a 38-point favorite versus San Jose State.
Yeah, San Jose State, tough time.
And then UNLV plays, I think Memphis.
UNLV.
Yeah, I think UNLV is like a 7-point favorite. UNLV's put some money into the program, so they should probably get the W there.
Also, Memphis, I think, obviously they lost their head coach. I think he took a lot of players with him to Arkansas, too.
Yeah. So, I like
and then I got Hawaii
there.
just winning straight up, bitch.
But this is a nice taste. It's like, once you hit the football, like with, I'm an NFL guy too, everything in life changes. It's like the amount of time I dedicate to my fantasy teams, my bets. It's like it's good to rest a little. And now this is the calm before the storm.
It is.
It's 2 weeks till the NFL
season, for
right?
You too, Jim.
Yeah,
they don't start till they're doing a Wednesday game to start the season this year, which is a new thing, and then Thursday. So they start the 6th. But it's good to have the X's and O's. I mean, I think during the summer we've had more like the World Cup was good, but we've had more like, drama stories as opposed to like, let's talk about the game. And let's get back to, it's good to get back to like.
All right, well let's jump right in and talk about a team with no drama. Starting quarterback for the Browns is Deshaun Watson. It's been official.
It's funny.
I love that it comes out. I love that it comes out right after his comments on the fan base and everything during preseason.
Yeah, that
where
was
he's
very
like,
foolish.
I don't get why they're booing me. Like, he obviously hates the town. They hate him. I don't understand how you could do it. I mean, the money.
Well, that's it. He's got an insane amount of guaranteed money. All he's got to do is show up for work. That's it, literally.
I mean, the wild thing about it, too, is every time I see his name, you'll see Watson. I'm like, oh, it's going to say he got cut. So I'm like, he probably got cut today. And then to see he's starting, they're just like, it's like if you buy something really expensive and it sucks, you can't return it. And you're just like, all right, we'll give it one more chance to work.
This is the last year of his contract, too, by the way.
Yeah.
So, he wants to show up because if he does good, he can get another good contract.
Well, the other thing, too, is like if they have 2 road games. If they go 0-2, it's an easy transition. It'll be good to get out. He won't start in Cleveland. So that's good. But, look, it's going to be a rough year for the Browns. I mean, they're just one of those franchises. It's a disaster, and this is a disastrous situation.
It sucks because their defense should be really good still.
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense will be good. I'm not a big Shador guy. But their defense should be okay.
They're just wasting a good defense.
It sucks. I feel you could get like a decent journeyman quarterback that could at least,
They could get Joe Flacco again.
Yeah, someone that at least won't blow the game.
To the playoffs.
Well, they're not winning anything this year, but it's a disaster situation. Like, I don't know anybody that's happy about it. I don't know any. Our boy Chad Zumach from Cleveland said he buys a Cleveland Browns shirt every year, and this year he will not be buying a Cleveland Browns shirt.
Oh,
just so you know,
the line has been drawn.
Yeah. So it's it's the same old Brown. It's like, it's funny because Baker Mayfield was pretty good, and they gave up on him so fast.
Yeah.
I want to see that dude from Arkansas that got in this last draft play a little bit too.
Quarterback. Yeah, he was
that really good athlete guy.
Yeah, the super athletic
right.
And like, he won me over on Gruden's camp. John Gruden seemed to really like him. Although I've never seen John Gruden not like a guy.
So speaking of the Browns, they waived a guy named Daquan Wright.
Yes.
So the Browns waived this guy, and now this guy will be suiting up for like LSU next week.
Okay, this is I predicted this, and I said like guys like Diego Pavia, like, if you can get more, you're a great college player. They don't see you as a pro player. You got to figure out how to play as many years in college as possible.
Yeah.
Well, like, eventually you do exhaust eligibility. I think so. The SEC condemned it, didn't stop it. You can't do this in the Big Ten came out and said they will not allow this.
Right.
So you can't do it in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and this guy is one of those guys too that graduated from high school. Like, he had no college eligibility, and he somehow sued or something. I still can't figure out how this guy is able to play.
I don't know. They still get like weird medical stuff, and we're like on the tail end of the guys who got like COVID eligibility.
Like, you take a guy like Lane Kiffin, and he's already like this guy that most people don't like, and he already seems like his Ole Miss leaving and then trashing the school for being racist or whatever was really in bad taste. So it's coming from him, and it's just like, dude, just like relax, like, this brings me back to Little League, where there was always a parent or a coach that like figured out, like, well, if this kid's birthday was this day, he can play another year. Well, this kid lives on the edge of town. If we say that like the town limits is like 50 feet longer, he's eligible to play here. Like that guy that always is trying to figure out how to like cheat the rules.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you doing? You're already hated by so many people. Like, do you really need this one guy where you're gonna like almost like piss everybody the fuck off?
Kiffin does not care anything.
He really doesn't.
To win.
Watch him not make the playoffs.
Oh, I would love that. Everyone would love that. By the way, the new rule is like you get 5 years of eligibility, and I'm not sure if that is just like straight up 5 years, or if that like you have to have had like an injury or something. Like,
I haven't read it enough,
because I think this guy actually has played like full 4 years.
Yeah, but it doesn't retroactively affect them.
This is so weird.
Well, it's just a weird thing because too, it's like you think it's like, well, this is student athletes, right? Like, now does he go to class? Does he just play football? Like, what does he do in the season's
like
over?
A senior or a grad student wouldn't play. Wouldn't go to school.
Yeah, but let's say you do, like, let's say you graduate early, or you do like some work. At least like you're putting the time in academically at the school. I mean, this is a guy that's just like, hey, come on in here and play for us, and we'll throw you some money.
I guess they would argue he already did.
But at another school.
like a grad transfer wouldn't do anything. I don't know. Like,
It's just like you don't have to go there for one guy. Like I'm sure he's a very good player. I'm sure he'll make an impact, but like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth to fuck the whole system to bring all this chaos to like have people get mad at you more? Like, is it worth it?
let me ask you this: how much do you think it would cost to buy like a special teams player, some guy who's not really going to make any NIL money, just to go like on a kickoff, go full steam at Lane Kiffin?
I don't know, $50.
Jim, what do you think that would cost? And could we raise that kind of money?
I think it's different places,
100 bucks.
different amount. I'd say
100 bucks. You think a
Tennessee,
guy would? I mean,
Mississippi.
like, granted, when this guy does this, his whole career is going to be over. Okay.
I don't know. I just know it's crazy.
I wonder what he's actually getting from NIL.
Yeah, we don't know that either.
Got to be. So what is he? He's a D end.
I'm not sure. I don't even know the position. I just know everybody's pissed off about it.
Oh, I don't
Trying
know.
to look it
Like,
up.
they're going to probably drop him, a good six-figure amount at least.
Oh,
Oh, it's got to be
absolutely.
in the hundreds of
Maybe
thousands for sure.
half a mil. I
I
mean,
mean,
he's got a good resume.
it's gonna set a bad precedent because cut down is coming to the NFL.
Yeah.
Probably after Thursday and Saturday the last
I know. Could we
preseason
see
games.
more even
Yeah,
coming
you're
in?
gonna, and so if you see an influx
Oh, the
of
tight
this,
end. The tight end.
Yeah.
yeah, so you might see an influx of this, and it'll be like, this is garbage. And it sucks for some kid that like, let's say he made like a guy like at Rutgers.
Sure.
He's starting whatever tight end, wide receiver, and then somebody gets caught, and it's like, okay, all the hard work you did, and that you go to the school, we're gonna bring in somebody that like has no affiliation with the school, but we can bend. It's just crap.
Yeah.
It's such a broken situation.
I College football really needs to spend, this next year getting their shit dialed in because they're going to start losing fans.
Well,
I
they've almost like let the dam break. So it's like, okay, we'll pay the players,
I was
but
trying
the
to see.
dam is
He played
broken.
for Kiffin at Ole Miss.
Right. Yeah.
But this will lead once guys get caught. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I was even shocked with Pavia. I'm like, you should be looking for a job. And then like with the kid like Chambliss, the quarterback at Ole Miss, who I don't know if he's tall enough to be an NFL player. He knows like, hey, staying in college is the best
Sure.
move for
No,
me.
he'll make a couple mil this year,
Yeah.
probably. Um, I like that kid can set himself up for life easily.
Yeah, and maybe next year he can figure out how to play another year. Who the fuck knows? Maybe he'll play at LSU.
Why not? And maybe you're
I mean, I'm
like,
dead serious.
if you're good enough and you come out like old, even if you're not great, you might be a good backup quarterback,
I mean,
like,
keep figuring out how to get lawyers to figure this out. Why not? And if there's guys like Lane Kiffin, they're like, I don't give a fuck. Why not? It's bad for the sport. It sucks. It's not the college football that I know, but these are, I always felt like they deserved to get. It's just they don't know how to like limit it or contain it, or this shit ain't easy. I don't have the answers, unfortunately. I'm not going to
um
pretend to.
so 49ers owner Jed York is just a very, very horny man. Did you guys hear about
Like
this?
a
Yeah.
specific type of horny too, like
Right.
trailer park horny.
Yeah, like prison food horny. Like
Yeah.
this guy,
So,
is
so
worth.
was it an undercover officer he was trying to solicit, or was
It
it
was a sting
did this?
operation.
Yeah.
Well, it's always weird because like I remember when Hugh Grant got busted, and you were like, Hugh Grant was a gorgeous man married to Elizabeth Hurley, but everybody's got fetishes.
No, he hired just this prostitute to S that
Different
D.
different strokes for different folks, I guess. But
Yes.
I don't know.
So he reached out to this woman like 3 times. He was just raring to
He was ready
go.
to rock.
Yes. So
He was ready to rock out with his cock out.
it was
He was
supposed to meet in the town of East Palestine, Ohio. Uh, Free Palestine.
home of Ray DeVito.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Well, it's just as like Bob Kraft got busted a few years ago. Look, I don't know. I mean, you never know what goes on in like somebody's head with fetishes, and I go to these meetings and you hear guys talk about like I look at porn for like 5 hours a day,
Sure.
and so you just don't know. And I talk to them, and they're like, they seem like normal guys, but you just don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like maybe this guy's not that experienced in this thing because I feel like when you're that rich, you should have these channels already set up with certain madams, you know?
Well,
I
that's maybe
guess,
he
but like,
wanted something crazy.
Yeah, or he just was like, man,
but
I
here's
need
the
this
thing though. It's
shit
like,
now.
like why do people drink and drive? I mean, some of these athletes have it set up that they can get a car anytime with all the money, and yet they still drink and drive. I mean,
No?
these are the questions of the world that are hard to answer.
Yeah. But it's just funny how rich this guy is and just gets popped for something like this. It's pretty fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
awesome. I love that it was a trailer park.
yes, that's what makes it even more special. It was a
Like
trailer park.
whose first time getting an escort would be a trailer park?
I don't know. Maybe he thought like that was the way to go. Like no one's gonna recognize him. It's just
I just think when you're a sex
I like
fiend,
to
you're a sex.
imagine him driving like a super nice car, like a Mercedes or like an Aston Martin, just some super nice luxury car into a trailer park, being like,
When
"Yeah,
you're a sex fiend, you're a sex fiend. There's no discrimination of money or whatever class. It's just you need whatever you need.
you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Jim, there's a story I heard about the Dolphins' offense was so bad Malik Willis had to stop practice. Is this true?
I think the Dolphins might be the worst team in the NFL this year."
Ooh. Why do you say that?
Like everything that I have heard, everything that I have seen, even just watching the preseason, everything that I've like consumed about the Dolphins leading up to this season leads me to believe that they will be the worst team in the NFL.
Well, I think they're doing it on purpose because they feel like
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
I think
couple.
they're tanking, but like the vibes are bad.
Yeah, but it's the right decision. I mean, like years ago, it's funny. I remember with Jim, I was like, why would they resign two of this contract? And you're like, well, it's what the market is. I'm like, yeah, but just hold out. And it's like they now that they need a clean wash of a tank because you got Archie Manning, you got the kid from Oregon. There's gonna be like 3 or 4 really good quarterbacks coming out this year
Yeah.
that can hopefully change that franchise. I mean, they've been an ass team for they're like heading towards like Jets territory.
I think they have the longest playoff win drought.
Yeah, I think they won. I remember they won in like 2000. They beat the Colts.
I think that was their last win. They've
Yeah,
made it
and
what, like 2 or 3 other times since then, and that's it.
yeah, they lost a few years ago to the Bills.
They
And
lost a couple years ago to the Chiefs,
and I can't remember. Yeah, so they lost to the Bills and the Chiefs, and they
and
were
then there was
awful
something
in
maybe
both
like
those games.
I think they might have made it in like 2008 or something like that, but
Yeah, they won the
they have
division, and
been bad.
they won the division in 2008 when Brady got hurt, and so they haven't won. I think the Jets have won some playoff games in 2010 and 11. But yeah, they are the worst team. They're pretty bad. I mean, the Browns at least have a defense. I think the Jets have kind of some players that can play. But the Dolphins, like, this is a disaster. And, I don't know how good Malik Willis will be, like, when he really has the reins of a team.
It's kind of, I mean, I'm cool that they signed. I've come around to the signing of him just because if you're tanking anyway, you can see what you have, and if he does end up balling out, maybe you could be like, oh, maybe we have a quarterback and we don't need to. We can draft something else. It's like a free
But we'll
pass
see. I
on
mean,
quarterback.
it's not a good sign when you're getting stories that that they're stopping practice because it's so bad.
That's because he stinks, man.
Plus, your division is
Everything about
pretty
this team
tough.
stinks.
Guys, we need your prayers for former Duke standout Kyle Singler.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I watched those videos today.
Oh, brutal. Guy is clearly on something or medical issues, maybe both.
Oh, there, but like, what can Coach K do? He keeps saying Coach K won't help him. It's like Coach K is an 80-year-old man.
Maddie, I mean, you can't whatever's
you
coming out of his mouth
gotta,
right now is not going to be logical, So, Jim, are
no,
you
I know, but
tapping your
he's
foot
got
or
to
jacking
like
it? I
somebody's
can't
got to put
tell.
him in a facility.
Scratching my foot.
Is that that's what the
I'm
kids are
dude.
calling
My
it?
foot is so fucking itchy
I
right
mean,
now.
it's just like it's we don't really see this from pro athletes, and
Yeah.
I'm okay. All right, thanks. Yeah, you don't really see athletes where they're, I mean,
Yeah.
it was like watching a horror movie. He looks like a character in a horror movie or
Yeah,
something,
like someone that's like super
and he's
paranoid and hasn't
gone.
slept and just it's just so sad,
He looks like he's in a big house though, like,
Yeah, it's a big,
but he
nice
looks
house.
gone.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't look. He looks like I don't. I don't. It's crazy because the money he made and the discipline it takes to be a pro athlete. I mean, is there anybody that like? I read comments and people are like, if you need help, like I'll take you to a facility. Like people do want to help him.
It's just it's hard to do that because I think you like sometimes like Cher has a son like that who is
Yeah,
has mental issues, and they'll try to give him a 5150, which is where the cops will take him in to try and get him, some help.
sure.
But they can only hold, like, if he can sort of keep it together for like 72 hours, then they have to release him. So it's very hard to get these people into the places they need because you can't just like restrain an adult for nothing. You have to like have done something or be explicitly showing symptoms that say you need to
Yeah,
be
they can't like take care of themselves.
right. Yeah, they need to be
I
locked
don't
up.
see why they. I mean, he needs help, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know what his
And
like family
after watching those
situation is
videos,
like. Yeah.
they should just grab him and put him in a
You
straitjacket and
can't like
get
just
him
do
help.
that,
I mean,
unfortunately. Like you can kind of do that, but
You can do it
there's
for like a limited amount of time if you're
yeah,
worried that someone is a threat to themselves or others. But I think what is it like a 24-hour hold is the most they can do.
I think up to 72. I'm not sure that.
Okay.
Yeah. Um Maybe it varies state by state though too. So
Yeah,
it's
they can't
very
just keep
sad
them.
to see, though.
it's terrible. And you remember Delonte West going through this too. And people have tried to help him. I don't know where
Yeah,
he's at these days. I know
sure.
Mark Cuban like rolled up in his limo
He
to
gets
pick him.
better and then he gets worse. He gets better.
Well, the problem with a lot of these people is
Yeah, he gets better. He gets
you get
worse.
on your meds, you're right, you're doing better, then you feel better and you
Yeah.
stop taking your meds. You don't think you need them or you forget, and then it goes right back to where you started.
Sometimes even worse.
Yeah, the bounce back because these are heavy drugs. There's a lot of brain chemistry, and your brain's a little delicate thing. So um, it's tough. It's a real hard situation. That's also
I
why we
agree.
have a lot of homeless in this country too, because you can't just like scoop them up and throw them in somewhere. They have rights themselves, so it's not an easy situation. But prayers or whatever or any
No, sir.
good energy
Yeah, the
towards
videos I watched
Kyle
today
Singler.
they were deeply disturbing.
It's not something you want to see. It's brutal. It is a nightmare fuel for sure. All right, guys. Are we ready to make that trip? Are we ready to go there?
One of the one of the best dark sides.
Dark Side of the Ring. Who we talking about today? The Renegade.
The Renegade.
The Renegade.
All right, ladies, one more time. 6'4" and hung to the floor. Let's let it rock for Rio.
Rio, that's right. This guy was a male stripper.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Wilson,
Yes.
the Renegade, the Ultimate Warrior, the Timu Ultimate Warrior. He came from an abusive home, so it was really like important for him to become famous. That like plays a big part in his story. He was discovered on a beach in Florida. I never got this guy's name, this dancing pimp. Did you guys get this guy's name?
The stripper name? I did not.
No.
Well, his stripper name is Rio, but this guy who got him in here, let's hear from him again. He was also the guy who opened up who had shit his pants after drinking one night.
Yeah, he was great.
One afternoon, out on the beach was this huge guy. 6'5", long hair, and his body was just so tight. And I said to myself, I gotta have that guy.
Gotta have that guy.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, so Renegade Rick Wilson was dancing under the name Rio in Florida.
Doesn't for something else.
What's that, Maddie?
Sounds like he won the hat. It does. It's like nothing.
Oh,
I
you're
know what
breaking
he's
up a
talking
little
about.
bit. Sorry.
Oh, he sounded like it was a nice piece of meat.
Sorry.
You think he was doing a little something on the side there for the boys?
Yes.
What they call it, gay for pay.
Gay.
Hey, if you're in business
for pay.
and you see,
That's what they call it in the
if you see a
porn.
guy if you see a guy that could be a good stripper, why not come up to him and be like, you could make a lot of money in this.
Yeah.
Join our team.
So he was using that money to pay for wrestling school. He really loved wrestling growing up, and he did everything he could to possibly get a break. And everybody's kind of noticing he's got that big rock and roll hair. He resembles the Ultimate Warrior, and he's basically wrestling very similar to the Ultimate Warrior. And the Warrior even came to one of his matches and said, "Flattery's the best form of compliment, or imitation's the best form of flattery," and was like sort of endorsing him. So it was really nice and sweet. But then Hulk Hogan saw him and Jimmy Hart saw him, and they said, "Hey, come to WCW because you could be like the Warrior. We can tie up that storyline from the WWE." So of course they bring him in '94. Hogan. They're doing promos. They keep hinting at the Ultimate Warrior is coming. They did these smoke-filled vignettes where you just see the Renegade in silhouette, looking very much like the Warrior. And lo and behold, he comes in as a Warrior knockoff, and he's like Hulk Hogan's buddy right away. And of course, everyone's fucking jealous because they've been working hard. And this guy just comes in and all of a sudden he's like, gets a bump right to the top. So,
that would tip me off so much as a fucking wrestler.
Sure. That's not an easy life.
No.
You know, takes years of grinding and working and learning. And this guy comes in, really can't even wrestle or talk, but he's just got this look people love, so they throw him in, and he's a wrestler now. So it's fun, yeah. So like this guy, it like right away gets right into drinking and womanizing, and he was married at the time, and his marriage like quickly fizzles out. Which is weird because it's like if like you're a male stripper too, you probably have those opportunities,
Yeah,
the
probably
ladies.
not a good decision to get married as a male stripper.
Right.
I knew a comic that was a male stripper, and he would tell me stories like where women were just out of control, especially at that time. Like something you can't be married to do it. It's just It doesn't mix.
Right. I bet. I mean, it doesn't seem like a good mix. I could see a woman being able to do that. Women are a little more, they
Well,
have
ones are
more
protect
boundaries. It's
and
just business for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Put up a wall.
Put up that wall, kind of pretend to the boys, and then tell the guard to get over there and tell them to fuck off when they start doing too much. So he was in a match with Arn Anderson, our
yeah,
legend Arn Anderson, one of the Four Horsemen, one of the best in the biz. And Arn Anderson like tried to work with them, but the match did not go well at all. Here's what Arn Anderson had to say about the whole affair.
Asked, well, what's his background? Nobody knew. And apparently, he was a dick dancer in Boston, Massachusetts. This is professional wrestling. I expect him to be a professional wrestler, not a dick dancer.
Not a dick dancer. If you're going to wrestle Arn Anderson, you should not be a dick dancer.
No.
Also, kudos for coining the term dick dancer.
I do like that.
I think with some of these bad guys though, they don't mind putting over a guy that's really skilled in wrestling, but when they have to put over like a stiff, it kills them, and it sucks because they have to lose to like guys that have no talent. Like I remember just watching the real Ultimate Warrior wrestle Mr. Perfect, and Mr. Perfect is like an absolute technician, but the good guy has to win sometimes.
Yeah.
And I saw him like laying down for the Ultimate Warrior, and it's just like it sucks because one guy is like completely skilled and the other guy's a bump.
Yeah. So this is about as good as it got for the Renegade too. Was beating Arn Anderson on the way out. Arn Anderson, Paul Orndorff was hanging out.
Yeah,
He was behind the curtain and he looked at Arn and was just like, "Well,
love
that
me some Paul.
sucked." Yeah. So as
Well,
quickly as
sure,
this, yeah,
it
go ahead.
sucks because they're pros. It just sucks because they're pros, and it's
Yeah.
like you got to put a guy over that. At least if you're putting over like a Roddy Piper or a good wrestler, you're cool with it, but not a guy that like has no ability and maybe doesn't work hard enough.
Yeah.
You're pissed.
So this was like after a couple matches, like the audience hated this too because they were sort of being promised Warrior,
Yeah,
and instead they got the Renegade, who didn't even like the Warrior was a one of one. Like there was only one guy that could make that work, and he could only make it work for so long. And to have this guy, the Renegade, come in and be a knockoff Warrior, the crowd was not happy about that. It's like, you had your Voltron growing up, and then all of a sudden you had these stupid GoBots.
yeah,
This guy was a GoBot.
yeah,
Um, so Hogan immediately turns his back on him after a match with Kevin Sullivan. Jimmy Hart goes in the ring and just starts like wiping the paint off of his face and saying, "You're nobody. You're just
yeah.
fucking Rick. That's who you are. You're nobody." Jimmy Hart looked very mean doing that too, by the way. I've never seen Jimmy Hart so mean. So WCW still got him on contract. They're working with him. They
I never seen
rebrand
me
him.
neither.
They rebrand him as a tag team with a guy named Joe Gomez, who was another like long-haired, stripper-looking guy. Um, and this was interesting because like Gomez was like just admitted like they both had a good look, but neither of them really tried to hone their craft. Like
No,
they got thrust into this great situation and then they just sort of partied it away. They did not do the work you needed to
yeah.
sustain. And it's funny because some of these guys, if you work hard enough, you can have like a freaking 40-year career doing this shit.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you go back to the Real Warrior and Sting, they were buddies in bodybuilding. They came
Yeah.
into wrestling together, and one get hard. It took him a lot longer to make it, but he's a Hall of Fame legend, and the other guy didn't work hard, and he fizzled out after a couple years.
Yeah.
These guys didn't work hard, but it's hard. There's a lot of partying and there's a lot of women, and you're living in the fast life now.
Yeah. So now he's like getting a beer belly and he's starting to lose his hair.
Yeah.
And at this point, the WCW is finally actually able to bring in the real Ultimate Warrior, which sort of further shat on Renegade as a character. Which was, by the way, when the Warrior came back, was the worst fucking thing on the planet. Um, and
It
then
was
he
terrible.
and then the Renegade tested positive for roids, this is one of those things where everybody's doing roids. So then what they would do is just selectively test the people they wanted to get rid of, because it was one of the only ways you could get out of a contract. This guy's making a lot of money and not really doing much for the company. So they test him and he's out of wrestling. They get rid of him. And then he moved to the country side and started learning how to put horseshoes on horses. I forgot what they called it, but totally opposite side. And then he's like getting back in touch with his ex-wife, you know. Oh, it's going to be a heartwarming story, a reunion.
Turn his life around.
Guy reinvents
It was too
himself.
far. It was too far gone.
And then he's doing good. But wait, no. He starts dating a horrible stripper. Getting back in the drugs, the drinking booze. And then he's talking to his ex-wife again. He's making plans to maybe go see her. And lo and behold, he ends up killing himself the next day after making plans to meet his ex-wife.
You know what? I think there's speculation that the woman murdered him.
Yeah.
That he was with. That was what. If you watch it, that's what it seems like.
So the story presented in Darkside was that I don't know if he was roughing her up or what, but like she came out with a gun and was kind of pointing it at him, blah, blah, blah. And then he essentially takes the gun and shoots himself in the head. So.
Or she could have murdered him, but who knows? The thing about it is that as this episode was going on, his life is just spinning more and more out of control. As he's going lower on the card, as he's losing his credibility. And of course, Hogan's kind of the bad guy because Hogan, brought him in, and then as soon as he failed, they spit him out super fast.
This is
but I feel like with something like this, he's got to take personal responsibility. It's a lot on him.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's his responsibility. This is a very stuttering John situation where you get thrust into this position you probably don't deserve to be in, and then instead of taking
zero advantages, like you just rest on your laurels and don't try.
You don't do anything, and then you get released, and then you blow all your money that came with it. The best part of this is when the girlfriend showed up to the funeral. She was like basically dressed in like a short, sparkly skirt and outfit. Everybody else is dressed in black, and she's just in this total hooker outfit. Just like, Jim, you have permission to dress like that at my funeral, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I insist on it.
I was going to wear my gimp suit.
Please. That works too. So yeah, that is Darkside of the Ring, the Renegade. Any final thoughts on this? This is
it was fast.
This is a
classic episode.
Classic
fast life.
It really is a fast life. I don't know how old he was when he died.
Yeah, I'm just talking about even just the whole wrestling portion seemed to go by fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was only like 33 when he died too. But yeah, he was just brought in. I really don't know. I don't know the timeline of him in WCW, But yeah, that happened real fast. And it was over. God, it's real sad. God, I'm looking at his pictures now, and it's just like
Yeah.
you just see a guy who's in way over his head and also living his dream at the same time. It's kind of such a bizarre situation. Like be like me, bring me in to play guitar for the Rolling Stones, and I'm up there and just loving it, except I can't do anything. And then instead of learning guitar, I
You do more heroin.
just get and hang out with the groupies till they're like, you didn't earn any of this. Get the fuck out of here. You're gone.
It was one of the better, some of the episodes don't hit, but this one was amazing.
Yeah. And I always love that there's always like one person, like no matter what these people have done, there's always like one person like that knew the person for who they were and still loves them, you
Well,
know?
also he did seem like a decent guy. Like it's almost like he was very aware of his situation. He knew like he didn't have the
Yeah.
skills, but he got a taste of the life, and when then you start doing the drugs and the booze and the painkillers, the life just spirals. It just spiraled
Yeah.
out of
And like
control.
nobody had anything negative to say about him as a
No, they
person.
really didn't.
They said nice things about him as a person, for sure.
It's a tough one because it's it's like be careful what you ask for, because when you get it and you're not ready, it can be the worst thing that can happen to you.
Well, it's an impossible decision too. You get called up to do your dream
Everybody
and
would take the opportunity.
yeah, and it's just unfortunate. It's like the guy who played, what was it? The guy who played Scott Hall's character, Razor Ramon. Was that the guy like a similar fate too, or the fake Diesel or
Well, yeah, it was so funny because they kept hyping up that Diesel and Razor were coming back,
yeah,
and I was in high school and I talked to my buddies. And I'm like, what do they mean? Because they're
right.
obviously, like this doesn't make any sense. And and then they show up and they're like, they look like them, but everybody knows it's not them. And the backlash was so fast. They scrapped it after like maybe one match of each of them.
Yeah.
And like if you say like the Ultimate Warrior, like people, it's like it's rock music too. Like Vince Neil sucks, but the worst time Motley Crue ever had, the worst album they ever did was with the other singer, which they say was their best musical album.
Funny. Yeah.
So you can't do that, or else it can be the worst thing.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah.
And it sounds good, turn you into the ultimate, and it does.
Betty, you are
Well said, Matt.
yeah.
Well said.
I try.
All right. You guys got anything to add before we get out of
Prayers
here a
to
little bit?
Kyle Singler.
Yeah, prayers to
Watch some
Kyle.
No,
college
just
football
looking
this
for the
weekend,
college
baby.
football. I think TCU is going to win again. Big. I think it's going to be another embarrassment for Belichick.
I think UNC
Let's
keeps it
prayers.
close. I think TCU wins by
Okay.
less than a touchdown.
High scoring or low scoring, Mr. Jimbo?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna say
So you think UNC
lower
covers?
scoring. I'm gonna say lower scoring.
So you say UNC covers?
Yes.
I think it's at like 8.5, 9.
Yeah, I think UNC covers.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, we shall see. It's exciting now.
It is. It is that time of year. Let it
It's that
begin.
time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, any CFL news? Any?
The Ottawa Redblacks fired their vice president. They are on the precipice
I was wondering about
of
that.
the longest losing streak in CFL history. They haven't won a game since I think last
prayers up to
year
Ottawa.
in July.
Mm,
It's
terrible.
crazy.
It
Terrible.
sucks. It sucks to be a Red Blacks fan. And they've gotten like they're not even just getting like they've gotten blown out, and then also they've had games where they played 2 overtime games this season. They've gotten close, but they just can't win, and it's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, their fans definitely should not stand for that.
No, so they've just been fired. This is the second week in a row they fired someone in the personnel office. So the vice president now, they're going to run out of people to fire soon.
Maybe you can be like the Renegade and be their president and be thrust into that position.
I could do that. They used to be the Ottawa Renegades. I could do something.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Change the name back for starters. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week, and we will have some college football to talk about for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.
Enjoy, boys.
Bye-bye.